Good luck with that.
Thanks, bud. Well, I think in this new format, we got to keep this thing moving. We're already 10 minutes into the show.
Let's roll.
So, guess what? It's time for the news.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're keeping the news around.
Yes, the news is hanging
That's my favorite
around.
part, honestly.
I mean, the news is good. I mean, we don't, we want to make these podcasts so that they're not as like topical. You can listen to them whenever you want. I mean, that's the nice thing about podcasts.
Sure.
So what we're going to do for the news, instead of having that long news segment that we had in season 1, we're just going to pick our favorite story and maybe a couple secondary stories because Chris Welter's kind of a bitch.
Hey, with one story would be really short.
I mean, it tends to be, but what if we take one story and we really analyze it?
Okay. I mean, hardcore analysis is not our area of expertise, but let's see what we can do.
Okay. I mean, I'm down. So yeah, let's see if this works, and if it doesn't work, we can always go back to Muscle Milk and producer Rick and just say,
of course,
hey, this isn't working for us. We like to do very limited analysis and a lot of information.
Muscle Milk, is always flexible.
So we looked at all the different news stories that we thought were interesting, and I don't know, what did we come up with?
You're the host. You tell me. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Get
this
it together,
is what,
Benjamin.
I guess this is what I was hoping that we'd go with, and you tell me if you like this. So, Live with Regis and Kelly is now just Live with Kelly.
Oh, right.
September 3rd, she's going to be hosting by herself. On September 4th, she'll have a new co-host that's not Regis Philbin.
Gosh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Hard to handle.
I mean, I've watched a couple of these co-hosts. I've seen Chris Harrison be the co-host.
Yikes.
I've seen Michael Strahan be the co-host.
I like that one. I'm a Giants fan, so a little biased, but anything with the gap buck teeth, I think works on television.
And he's a big dude that's just like hello. So he could be kind of that goofy character that Regis Philbin was.
Everyone loves a huge black dude hosting with a tiny little blonde girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 'cause she is turning massively tiny. I feel like she has
shrinking.
shrunk quite a bit since she's taken over the show. So they have not announced.
Oh, they don't know yet.
Yeah, so they don't know who the host is going to be.
Gosh, there's a lot of good options out there.
So I guess the news is on September 4th you can find out for real who the host will be with Kelly, which is kind of a big deal. I'm kind of excited about it.
That's a very popular show.
Yeah, very popular show. I mean, now I just watch the TD Bank commercials locally to be able to get the Regis and Kelly, combination.
Friendly everyday banter.
Yeah, a little banter, because I miss that. I miss that. So what we will do with this news story, analyze it, super analysis.
Gotcha.
Who do you think is going to be chosen? And is there any wild cards that they might just say, screw all the people that we've had co-host during the summer? Here's our host that we chose.
I guess the one that pops into my mind, and maybe he's too expensive, but Ryan Seacrest seems like the perfect fit.
Oh, you want to bring Ryan Seacrest?
Throw him on there.
Well, see, Ryan Seacrest has been thought to take over the Today Show. Because Ryan Seacrest has a big deal with NBC, so I think they might try and get him to the big dogs.
Okay, well, so he's too big. I guess that makes sense. Kelly was somewhat unknown when she started, so you kind of want someone somewhat unknown. I mean, looking over the list of what they're introducing here, Anderson Cooper, he's not doing it.
Yep,
he just got a daytime show with CNN. I don't even know how.
Well, plus Anderson Cooper, he's all about hard news. He couldn't do the soft stories.
No, he'd be boring. And Kristen Chenoweth, Kat Deely. How is Josh Groban a possibility?
I don't know. I feel like Josh Groban has quite the following,
but
as
a singer
songwriter. Yeah, but I mean, I've listened to Jason Mraz and some of his music. They're just hey, they're kind of stand-up comedians.
It doesn't mean that they can host the show and talk.
It might.
I mean, Josh Groban's hair would do great on TV. Yeah. I could watch that every day.
I mean, that's part of it, too. It's all about the look.
That's about it.
I do think if I had to choose from their list, I don't think it's going to be another girl. It's got to be another guy.
No, absolutely. It's got to be a guy.
So cancel out all the Kristen Chenoweths and the Kat Deelys and,
That's true. What a false... Kim Kardashian is on this list? Come on, really?
There's no way Kim Kardashian is doing that.
No.
So I would say it's going to be one of the dudes. If I had to pick from the people that have actually hosted already, like the Jerry Seinfeld and stuff, I don't think they're going to attach themselves to it.
Oh, God, no. Jerry would be really expensive.
Right. So I think they're going to go with somewhat of a, up-and-comer. I think Seth Meyers might be the guy. I mean, there was recently a story that just came out that said that he's not going to do the impression of the new vice president for Romney.
Oh, because he's got to keep it clean.
He's got to keep it clean because he's the co-host of Regis and Kelly.
He would work, yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of personality. He's hosted, is it the Grammys every year?
Yeah, he's done some award
he's
shows.
Done really good with
yeah.
that. So.
And he's like a good comedian, smart, good writer.
Never went too dirty with his comedy. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't want that attached to your name as a daytime television host.
Never really made it in like big movies or anything, so he's still like on the lower level.
Yeah.
Reasonably cheap to hire. Even though we read a news story that said that he has denied reports that he's going to be the co-host.
Well, of course, that's what you do.
But you have to deny until September 4th.
I haven't looked up how tall is Seth Meyers because
that's a good question.
You can't be too tall in this show. You know, Regis is super tiny.
Yep.
Kelly is tiny. We can't have a super tall guy. You got to be under. That's why Ryan Seacrest is a great fit because he's like 5'2", maybe 5'3".
That's true. Yeah, Seth Meyers. It looks like he is actually kind of tall.
Oh no, it would be too disproportionate. It would hurt my eyes to look at that couple together every day.
It looks like he's at 6 foot.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're stretching it for TV purposes, and he's maybe 5'10" without the platforms and his shoes.
Maybe they'll just cut off parts of his knees or something like that. So if you had, your wild card, you'd go with Seacrest. You go with...
Oh, no, Seacrest is my... well, I mean, I like Seacrest, but you're right, he's too expensive. My wild card would be Howard Stern.
Huh.
Bring him in there, get a new audience.
But he's already with, the... So You Think You Can Dance or America's Got Talent or something.
That's not going to last. Come on.
Okay.
But he's a season fill-in just to get a ratings bump.
You talk about having the, good boy, look to him. Howard Stern definitely doesn't have that.
This would be a twist, yeah.
Okay.
And maybe Howard Stern's older. He's a family man now. He can...
That's true.
Have a different personality. But who listens to him on Sirius Radio? Come on.
What? The only
that
people
should be
that
dead
have
by now.
Sirius Radio are listening to Howard Stern.
It's the only reason you have it.
Yeah.
And no, he needs to get back in the spotlight.
Okay.
So I hope they bring him in.
What do you think about instead of Michael Strahan, stick with the Giants theme, bring back the failed NBC Today show host, Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber, yeah.
You could bring Tiki Barber back on because he likes to wear suits.
Yeah, that's about all he does. He was incredibly boring. So no, he's out.
All right. What about our friend at Eastbound and Down, Danny McBride? Think they can convince him to move to TV and co-host?
No, too much dirty personality behind him now.
Danny McBride would be my Howard Stern, where it's just like shake everything up, just try something brand new. I think that'd be pretty good. Well, then we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one, but I don't know. I'd like to see Howard Stern. I think that would be.
That's who I'm pushing for. I have no means to push that, but my voice is out there now. Howard Stern, let's roll.
Okay.
You're it. You're the new choice.
And so our main topic of Chaos and Coffee, Season 2, Episode number 1, presented by GetGlue.com. No,
it's not. We're not on GetGlue anymore. We pulled it off.
Don't worry. I'm secretly still doing
a hard
work
contract battle.
So, we don't want Chris Welter to know that we're still on there, but we are.
Okay, well, I didn't know how to use that stupid website
we're letting
anyway.
GetGlue know that we're watching True Blood every week. That's basically all we...
No, we agreed. No more Get Glue and no more CW shows. It's out.
Damn it. So our main topic for today, and we talked about this in the opening, what are the shows that you should be watching come September?
Right. New shows are coming out.
We started Season 1, Episode 1 of Chaos and Coffee, talking about the new shows, and there were just so many of them. We're like, we wasted a lot of time just really trying to dive into shows that we didn't know about. So for this, we're going to try and sell you on what we think could be the best shows that are coming in September. And we might throw in one that we are selling it as the best show, but it might actually be the worst show.
What?
So, I have one that I'm going to try and sell you on and see if you buy into it and then be like, sucker, that's the worst show.
Well, that's confusing. All right.
So we make it confusing. That's how we do.
But so in this segment, we're going to go back and forth. I'm going to pitch you a show. You're going to pitch me a show. These are all brand new shows coming out.
Yep.
And we'll tell you a little bit about the show and tell you why you should like it. Or at least watch it. It's got possibilities to be good.
Yeah, we can't guarantee anything. No, Chaos Coffee. There was definitely some shows last year that we thought would be good and just failed so hard.
That is true. So, what do you got for me, Cooper?
You want me to start?
Roll it off. Let's go.
All right. I think the first one that I'm going to throw at you is also the first one in the alphabet.
Okay.
Because you always got to put numbers before you put in letters.
Alphabetic